What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys the semi-final match in the PCL. We are taking on my good buddy Kade and his Santa Monica Manaphys in the semifinals here. We played him last in week 3, where he barely pulled out a victory. His team was a lot worse back then, and I think it's improved a lot. We have an absolutely horrific matchup against his team, so we'll see what we can do here. Yeah, his team consists of Mega Houndoom, Tapu Koko, Goodra, Vaporeon, Delmise, Hitmonlee, Linoon, Celesteela, Mew, Piloswine, and Leavanny. I was really scared of Mega Houndoom, really scared of Linoon. I thought Leavanny might come to try and set up webs because I don't have the best removal options. Hitmonlee I thought might come because the only thing I can outspeed it with is Excadrill in the sand if he was to get an Unburden boost off. And he has the advantage there with Mach Punch still. I was not expecting the Delmise, I was not expecting the Piloswine. As you can see, Piloswine did come, so he has potentially priority in Piloswine and whatever Mew has, and then if he's a weird builder, then he'd have Quick Attack on Vaporeon, shoutouts to Magic. He has Hazard Setting in Piloswine and Mew, potentially. And he brought potentially Mew for his own hazard removal. He didn't bring a 4x weakness. So we're running a lot of speed this week, which doesn't look good against his team because his team is fairly bulky, and Tapu Koko looks like the only thing that might be running speed investment to me. Yeah, I'm bringing a nifty set. If you haven't seen my team builder, maybe check it out. I was not confident in this match building, and I'm still not confident going into the match. I think it's absolutely horrific matchup for my team, especially with all the trades he made. It just made his team so much scarier to face. And I don't like playing against Kade in high pressure matches because I just never have the advantage draft-wise ever. So it just always makes me not confident. Anyways, we're bringing a weird Alolan Persian with Flame Orb Switcheroo and a lot of speed. I think max speed. Yeah, max speed to speed tie with Houndoom. It's mostly a pivot and a utility Pokemon. We're bringing Specs Raichu, which can't really do much until Piloswine's dead and Goodra is weakened a lot. We're bringing AV, Tyranitar, Choppleberry, Excadrill, which still might come in handy. It was there for the Hitmonlee. If we happened to be in a 1v1 scenario, I could have taken a Mach Punch and killed it. Focus Sash to Lizel to get a Toxic on the Celesteela, and then hopefully some damage afterwards, and a Mega Pidgeot with no recovery, Defog 3 attacks, U-turn, Heat Wave, Hurricane. So I'm going to lead off with my Raichu, because I think he's going to lead with A, Piloswine, B, Mew, C, Tapu Koko. If he leads Piloswine, then I have to switch into something else, which is likely the Alolan Persian. If he leads Tapu Koko, I'm fine, and if he leads Mew, I'm fine. So I'm going to lead Raichu as he does lead the Tapu Koko, which is fine for me. I'm predicting he's going to switch, I think. Pretty sure I predict him to switch, and I go for the Toxic, as he just misses Nature's Madness. We knew he'd be faster if he was running any speed investment above Raichu, then he'd be faster. He's got a 20 speed point gap that he could be working with there, so I expected him to run enough speed to outspeed Mega Pidgeot. Get the Toxic off though, it's pretty good, especially him missing Nature's Madness is kind of a big first turn for us. I'm going to switch into my Tyranitar, I believe, this turn, because I'm locked in Toxic now. And I don't care if Tyranitar gets that weakened, because we're Self-Ested, so we can still take a hit. Now I'm going to predict him to switch and go for the Crunch on the Piloswine, because that's the best thing I had to hit that thing, and it does nothing because it violates Dumb. So I go to my Persian as he gets up his rocks, and unfortunately the Flame Orb activates this turn, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So he sees the Flame Orb as I'm going to click Switcheroo, trying to get rid of his Violate and burn it. That would have been huge for me, but instead we take the Zap Plate from Tapu Koko and give him the Flame Orb, which is absolutely useless. I'm going to click Taunt. No, I'm going to switch. One of the two. I'm going to switch to my Excadrill here as he Dazzling Gleams and does Dick All for damage, because I need to get the spin off and get these rocks out of the way as the HP Ground comes in, I think. That's the only thing that might have... HP Fire, maybe? HP Ground, probably. So I'm going to get the rocks out of the way there. Pretty big on my side because I have my Sash intact on Salazzle now. As I'm just going to go into something. I don't remember what, though. Alolan Persian, right? Because as he Nature's Madness is me predicting me to switch. I don't know how much that mattered. Alolan Persian didn't have a Flame Orb to switch anymore, so it was kind of useless anyways, and Toxic will take him down this turn. So Raichu ends up claiming a kill on the top of Coco, which is pretty cool. Celesteela comes in here as he protects to see what I want to do as I go for the taunt. I shouldn't have done this turn. I made a misplay here, and I should have just parting shotted maybe. But I'm going to taunt him again, even though he's very clearly defensive after that protect comes off, as he gets the special defense beast boost, which is really detrimental to my team. I don't have anything to deal with this because I literally don't have a way to break Celesteela. Yeah. So I'm going to go Salazzle, try and Toxic this thing, and hopefully it doesn't protect. Oh, he can't because he's taunted, but I got my Sash off there. Now I'm going to click Disable, try and disable his Earthquake and get another turn of Toxic damage, but he just goes into Pillow which is really bad for me. Even a Flamethrower would have been better there as he picks me off with the Ice Shard. Into X Control I go, hopefully bluffing the Iron Head and flinching him and stuff, so he just goes into Celesteela as I click Earthquake, because I thought that he was going to go into anything else to take an Iron Head. Since this was clearly especially defensive, I thought Vaporeon might come in. Doesn't matter, I don't know what to do at this point, so I'm going to go to my Pidgeot, and I take the Heavy Slam because he decides not to Earthquake. Really bad. Now I'm going to U-turn as he stays in, and I'm going to U-turn into my Tyranitar, which is going to, into my Raichu, sorry, which is going to eat that Leech Seed, not a big deal. Pillow has to come in here, so I'm going to throw, go into Excadrill, as he actually just Earthquakes, which is odd to me, because a Thunderbolt would have done so much damage to this thing. A Specs Thunderbolt would have done a lot to this. Even if it's Spadef, like, I still think a Specs Thunderbolt would have done an absolute ton to this, and it would have died to Toxic at least, probably. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go into something now. Tyranitar, maybe? Raichu again. Now he has to go into Pillow, so I get the Toxic off on it. And then I can go into Tyranitar, I believe. Yep, Tyranitar, as he's going to Earthquake and kill me. Now I go Pidgeot, and I Hurricane. As he's going to die the Toxic, I think, as he can't pick me off with the Ice Shard. And he will die the Toxic, and now he can just go Goodra and wall my last two Mons. So, as you can tell, I'm a little bit salty. Like I said at the beginning, I really hate playing Kade, and of course, it had to happen in the semis, because I actually think my team had a solid shot at least making the finals if I got anyone except for Kade in that matchup. I really liked using this team except for this matchup, and honestly, in our first matchup, I maybe won that game if I didn't misplay. I genuinely think that I could have won that game if I didn't misplay, and I got the same luck that I had because he did miss a Stone Edge on me. His team was much worse back then, and he's just improved. I mean, he's like been good forever, right? But somehow he's still improving. He played really well. I don't know what to say. Like, his team was just too much to handle. I don't have anything to beat Celesteela. I know afterwards that I saw that he was really scared of Cress, but like Cresselia couldn't break through his team properly. It was so hard for Cresselia to break through his team properly that I didn't bring Cresselia. I actually think a sub-variant of Cresselia could have absolutely demolished the team that he brought, but then again, what do I know? That's why he had Tapu Koko with Nature's Madness for, and once that thing was out of the way, Cresselia probably ran through his team, to be honest. Could have just like Calm Minded the whole way up. Because Piloswine couldn't have done shit to me, and Celesteela couldn't have done shit to me, and Vaporeon probably, like Mew, Vaporeon, Goodra, end up not breaking a sub after a certain point. So Cresselia would have been a really good bring. Magic told me to bring it, and I said no, I don't want to, because it can't break Celesteela. But after enough Calm Minds, it can break Celesteela, so... I'm disappointed in my own play, I think, and my own prep. I couldn't find confidence going into prep, and I didn't really have any good ideas going into prep either, so I'm really sad about that. This ends our PCL Season 1 season, and I will not be returning as a coach for PCL Season 2, so expect a season recap likely tomorrow. I'll probably do one before the finals, just because my season doesn't have to do with the finals. So we'll just recap what my season was, and then we don't really care who the winner is because it's probably going to be Kade anyways. He has to play either Starvin or Derpy. Starvin beat him, but I believe that Starvin beat him while he didn't have the same roster, and Kade beat Derpy, so that's a matchup that Kade can win again if Derpy is the one who ends up beating Starvin. Anyways, that's it from me, and I will see you guys for the season recap.